to get you excited about their campus and excited about their school. It's got great music, it's got photos, it's academics, it's also athletics, it's why being part of this community is great. And I think that they did a really good job of making it short and concise, but really driving that message in. You want to be part of this. And I know that some of our clients have done very similar things. So I really encourage you to look at video and to understand what the end goal is of creating the videos, where you're going to place those videos, how viral they're going to become, and then sort of what those key performance metrics are going to be that are associated with your videos to help you understand as you move forward what videos make the most sense. YouTube is a great channel which will help you deliver the message from your staff, from your faculty, from your students, from your events to all of your different audiences. YouTube isn't the only one, of course. There's also Vimeo and there are several others. When you're uploading your videos and they ask you to tag the videos, try to think about the keywords that you're most interested in pursuing from a search engine optimization standpoint and include those keywords within your video tags. Also, I highly encourage you to post your video in multiple places. One thing that we've found is a lot of our clients are so stuck on YouTube, they've got these pages and pages on YouTube of different videos of their subject matter experts, but a lot of the students aren't going to YouTube and doing a search, they're going to Facebook or they're going to the website. So I always recommend a multi-channel distribution strategy for your video. Don't forget that many people search and look for information in different ways, and some people won't search at all. They just need to sort of follow upon that multimedia, and when they do, they'll be excited about that experience. But you have to make sure that you're making it very easy for those students and the alumni to find that information. So I'm a big proponent of having a video page within your Facebook or a tab on your Facebook fan page for video, promoting it from your wall, even incorporating it using an application on your homepage, maybe a welcome or something to get people excited about your college or your university within the homepage of Facebook. Also having those videos in multiple other places. The other thing is I think people forget that Twitter is a great way to drive traffic to these different places. A lot of times people use Twitter just to post updates and sort of give news and announcements, and I think that's great. But don't forget that all of the resources that you've got within your website, within your Facebook channel, can be promoted and can drive people there from your Twitter account. So it's always great to include those shortened URLs and drive people to those different places, especially when you're putting a lot of time and resources into creating things like videos and applications within Facebook. You oftentimes will have a different audience from Twitter than you have on Facebook, and you can help to sort of cross-pollinate there as well. So we talked a little bit about blogging earlier, and a lot of people raised their hand when I asked who is doing blogging. Not as many people as raised their hands for Twitter and Facebook. I think blogging sometimes can be a little bit of a challenge because it does take a lot of time and a lot of resources to commit to blogging. One thing that we found quite a bit is when some of our clients are posting a lot of updates on Facebook and we try to work with them to enhance the Facebook experience and sort of take it to a higher level, some of that great content that they're utilizing on Facebook for updates can actually be funneled into a blog. And oftentimes a blog is actually a better place for that content and information. Blogs don't have to be updated every single day. I know it can be sort of intimidating to think, okay, I'm already sort of focused on these Twitter updates, and I have to do this Facebook management. Now I'm committing to a blog. It's a lot of work. What we really like to see happen is to encourage your community to participate in the blog as well. We don't think that the blog should come just from the marketing folks or the admissions group, because that can be sort of salesy and not as interesting and not provide as much value as if subject matter experts are actually contributing to the blog, and some of the great faculty that you may have, or the students that are really passionate about the courses that they're taking, the experience that they're having, those people can really enhance the blog. So one thing that we often recommend is an ambassador program, and that can work really well with Facebook, with Twitter, and certainly with blogging, where you identify certain ambassadors within your community, within your faculty. we all know the people who are a little bit more engaged. There are certainly the professors who have their own Twitter accounts, they have their own blogs, they have their own Facebook fan page. They're already engaged. And so those are great people to tap into and say, hey, you know, Dr. Smith, I know that you have your own blog. I noticed that you're really active on social media. We would love for you to participate in our academic program or our program that we're creating here with social media as well. Yes? You know, it depends. I think it depends on what you think will work for your community. So the question was, you know, are students often paid for that ambassador program, and are there ethical issues there? I think it really does depend on the university and on the group. There are a lot of people that are happy to do it for free because they feel like they're starting to promote their own, you know, brand in a way, and certainly some faculty members are interested in doing that. They want to get their name out there, and the power of the university behind that with social media can often be very enticing. And with students, a lot of times, they're very excited about social media. They're already spending a lot of time within social media. So sometimes you don't even have to offer payment, although certainly incentives are nice to get people to continue to want to be a part of it. But oftentimes there are other ways to incent them without necessarily just paying them. Gift cards, you know, special access to the student union, or, you know, little perks and things like that that maybe they wouldn't be getting normally and would really sort of help move them in that direction. Yes? That's great. So a couple different great ideas. Offering them things like a flip camera or some payment, or, you know, something, I mean, an iPhone, you know, things that, you know, those folks would probably really enjoy having, although oftentimes, you know, as you said, they really just want to be highlighted. They want to be kind of in the spotlight. They're excited to do it. There's some pride that goes along with it. And the other thing is, once you start blogging, you do, and probably a lot of you already know this, you get used to it, and you sort of have it as, okay, you know, once a week or twice a week, I'm gonna knock this out, and you sort of start, at least I do, I have a running list of topics that I want to cover, and sometimes I'll feel like, wow, I'm not in the mood to, you know, write about any of those things, but actually this is on my mind today, or, you know, the EduWeb conference really stimulated me to think more about this, you know, particular thing. So on the plane, you know, on the way home, I'm going to be blogging about this or that. You get invested in the process over time, and I think that's true with students and faculty as well. They have a commitment at that point, and they're excited about it. And they know that people are counting on them. People are going to be checking that blog and going to be participating in that blog, and there's a lot of pride there. Someone else mentioned featuring the guest bloggers from the homepage of the website. That's a great idea. That's tremendous visibility for, you know, students who are very focused and go-getters and trying to really impress, you know, their professors and trying to get ahead and trying to get internships and things like that. That's a tremendous thing to include on your resume, that my blog was actually featured on the homepage of the .edu website. So I think those are really, really great examples of ways to sort of encourage your ambassadors and the people who you think are probably good candidates for something like this to participate in these programs. And the nice thing also is if you have several ambassadors that are participating, then the time commitment can be a little bit less, you know, from each of them, as well as from yourself and your department, as you're juggling multiple different social networks and things that you're committed to as well. Any other feedback on that, the ambassador program and blogging and that fun stuff? Yeah.
I just wanted to ask if there are like common themes for the books. Like, is it just about the university? Is it about education? Like, have you noticed the trend?
You know, it it does depend. I think that some of the most successful blogs are when people look at things outside of just academics and have really sort of targeted blogs within, maybe it's community information or what's going on in the community, or local news and information, or entertainment, local restaurants that are opening up, or music bands that are coming into town, or races that are upcoming in the area, or athletics games that are coming up. I think it's nice to really try a lot of different things and then judge the engagement level as part of the success rate. So if nobody's engaging, and somebody said it earlier, silence means something's not really working. When you get a lot of feedback and you get people participating and posting comments and asking questions, that's when you get an idea that that topic is really important. And you can do other things based on the success of some of those topics to continue to build on that engagement. One thing we do with one of our clients is we host live chats on Facebook. We promote the chat via Facebook. We gather questions in advance, and we can tell months ahead of time if that's going to be a successful chat or not by the amount of people that are submitting questions ahead of time, that are asking for things, that are engaged up front. And certain topics, for whatever reason, just really take off, and other ones, are a little cooler. They're not as hot. So we make decisions based on what we're going to do moving forward on the success of some of those different topics. And then, of course, we encourage the client to look at some of those really hot topics for blog posts or for applications within Facebook, and to promote that all via Twitter. So a lot of it, I think, is testing. Does anyone here have feedback on that? What's worked really well in terms of a topic for your university?
At Baylor, the Baylor community kind of often refers to itself as the Baylor family. And so